Very, very welcome, every one of you, to this meeting, to this Satsang. You are all very welcome to to talk if you feel like talking with me. Ask anything if you feel like. From my side, already I'm feeling very joyful to be with you here right now.
Namaste Ji. Ji, just I feel like can we explore about undivided being, living as an undivided being?
Oh. I would like to explore it, but in a more simplified version of it. If because that I feel will make much more sense, like not using the set concepts which we have used ourselves also in this group or outside of this group, other beings using those simple concepts or that focus area. We try to focus in on it differently. Okay. Yes.
Yes, Ji. Just like I don't know anything about, so just very freshly I want
Yes,
to
yes. That is
explore
very
like
good then.
this.
I am also exactly same like you right now. I don't know anything about it. In that way, let us begin. First thing that I'm sensing, and I'm just going to share as I sense, and you also share back as you sense or feel inside, One thing that I'm feeling right now is that we generally, when we hear that it is so valuable or most valuable to come to the undivided being that we are, unknowingly we try to create that undivided being. Meaning, I am going to find some undivided being inside me. We have that kind of attitude, which is completely, failing the purpose. No, we are not going to come to some undivided being. We are going to go through a process of finding out why we get divided. And during the time when we get divided, do we really get divided? So we are going to explore and live the truth of being divided. Through that, we will discover the truth of the undivided being. No? Is this fine like this? Because that's the real way of exploring the or coming to the undivided being. No?
Yes, Ji, so true. Because when you say like what is the just like undivided being, my like starting the searching the and where is the undivided being.
Yes.
So what is coming in the
Oh.
way that is.
So in this case, no. In this case, what we do is that right now, right this very moment, when you are talking to me, you check, meaning this undivided being basically means it's a talk about you, it's a pointing towards you. So you who is talking to me right now, let us start now, that are you divided right now? It's not that we have an option to be divided or undivided. We have an option within the attention that it can be divided or it can be undivided or resting. No? But as if we have many beliefs about dividedness and undividedness of the being. And those beliefs are going to be exposed here. We don't need to learn truth, we only need to live it. But we need to unlearn everything about truth that we have learned before we can live the truth. This is the point. And we just are going through a process of unlearning what we have learned about truth, about who we are. Let us begin this exploration again. No? So when you are talking to me right now, be very simple, experientially, like honest towards your experience, how you are feeling right now, and tell me that are you divided right now?
See, I am just talking to you and listening also very carefully. So, totally like with you.
No, my question is, are you divided right now?
So, that give me sense like I am not divided. I am not divided.
You
I
are
am,
feeling like this, that I'm
yeah.
not divided. And can you say a little bit that when you feel divided, because right now you are not divided, so when you feel divided, what happens really?
Yes. My attention is moving different.
Maybe you do like this. You uh, you try to put this glass into this case and continue talking to me also. And that time sense, do you get divided? Okay, it's like a actual spiritual, exercise we can do together. Right? Slowly do it, but keep looking at me like you are going to pay attention. Keep paying attention to me. I will keep talking to you while do this also. Do two things at the same time, and then see, do you get divided? Okay, and don't withdraw your eyes from me also. Little bit okay, occasionally is okay, but because what is going to happen is that you will see that yes, maybe a sense of division happens in me. You will sense that. You, know, you will sense that a sense of division happens in me. But my question is that the sense of division, is this sense of division means that you are divided? But sense of division is an experience, no, happening inside you. Something happening inside you can happen so strongly that it can break you, the space in which it happens. Is it a possibility? If it is a possibility, then this is what is living in a falsity about who we are. Then we must know our true nature of the space in which the experience happens, any and every experience. No? So now you tell me, now you did this exercise, and you tell me that did you get divided during this time when you were doing two things, like when you were very much trying to understand what I'm saying and also doing that other thing?
Doji, I was with you and my hand is doing this, but some sense is there, like I'm doing something, but I continue like without dividing, listening to you and paying attention, complete attention to you.
Complete.
Yeah.
So what you are talking right now, what you are saying, I feel that. So are you saying that your complete attention on something is your undividedness? Are you saying that? I tried that somehow if your attention can be divided, and then you can discover that even when my attention is divided, I am not divided. No, this is that awakening point. This is that awakening point. That when my attention is divided, but I am not divided. It may sound very silly in the beginning to us, I heard in my spiritual childhood, like, I heard also saying that our we are living as our attention, and practically so that we are, somebody is talking to us. He gave an example. Somebody is talking to you, but you are looking at something far away somewhere, and you are lost in that the detailing of it and thinking or looking at it, and then somebody says something, and you say that, oh, I did not hear you well. I was not here so much. Can you say again? I was not here means my attention was not here. My attention was not here means I was not here. We are living as our attention. No? So it may sound very silly in the beginning, but it is so true. We are living as our attention. Not that we have our attention, generally speaking. Because if we have our attention, then we are something separate from it or not. And if we are something separate from it, who we are, what we are, that is not the attention. Check that right now also. So again, do the same exercise this time and try to divide your attention as much as possible, like 50-50. 50% listen to me, 50% go in very detailing of this activity that you are doing, physical activity, like putting something, the glasses in the case. Okay. Because we are not trying to create or stitch the divided being into the undivided being now. No. No, we are letting the dividedness be exposed in the being, in the simplicity or in the conscious, stillness right now. No, like consciously present, still, and observing that yes, the dividedness is happening in me. No, and this dividedness of attention between the two tasks could be as much in sync as possible, but still it's going to be two things. No, it will require a maintenance. It will require a balance. No. But you who is attending both of them, are you divided? This is the exploration we are doing right now. Are you divided? But it's a alive exploration. No? Like, let us live the truth of this right now. No?
Gee, I notice like I am paying attention to you also, and I'm doing same thing here also, and same time I feel like some calmness, or like like I am somewhere still also, like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So that calmness is what is our truth, no? And somehow we are living very less of our truth. You know, generally I feel we are living very less of our truth, like the depth of our being. Depth means like subtlety, maybe you can say the truth, deeper truth of our being, which is present always right here where we are, not anywhere else. So we are not living that truth while living life through attention or movement of attention, while we are trying to manage the attention. So the key is to live ourselves. What is the core meditation? No? Core meditation is to live ourselves, the truth of who we are. No? This calmness, and then come back to that level where we have the attention and the activity of the body mind, but continue living ourselves also a little bit. No? This is what we experimented, like we explored just now. This, that while we remain means we continue living, not remain inside ourselves. We cannot remain inside ourselves. I know it's kind of a not an easy thing to explain and easy thing to understand, but we have to try because it is so rewarding once understood. No? So it's not about paying attention to who we are. It's not about that. We cannot pay attention to who we are. Meaning we may try, but we will never succeed. Even if we succeed for a few seconds, it's going to be so stressful. Because our attention is like a rubber. It comes out of ourselves and then it takes a U-turn and goes back to ourselves. It's going to be so stressful to pay attention to ourselves. It can be only for a few seconds. And then the moment you let go, gone. Attention goes back to its natural, or how to say, standard way. Attention goes out all the time. That's its standard way. No? So attention is neither required to discover who we are, nor can be given. Meaning not it is a possibility that we can pay attention to the self. No, self can pay attention to itself. But does self need attention to feel itself, to sense itself, to live itself, to know itself? No, it doesn't really. So this is where we are in a hypnosis. The self is in a hypnosis, no? That I need attention to feel myself. Do you see my point? Like the self is trying to approach itself in the external way of the mind now, here. No? And this can be broken right now. So that's what I mean.
I notice I'm my totally attention to listening to you, but same time I am very joyfully and peaceful, like, and like feeling enjoying in like some. Yeah, gee, I want to just make it more clear. Like, attention is outside, but I am just feeling like I am somewhere, like quietly enjoying sitting, like,
Why
like
don't we do
this.
like this? That let us live the truth of attention right now also. And it will become so clear to you what you are saying to me also. So tell me, what is the truth of, what is attention right now that you are paying? Like, what is the process of paying attention to the talk that I am giving? Live this truth with me right now. Like, how exactly you are paying attention to me? What is attention in relation to you? So live the truth of yourself right now, and live the truth of attention right now, and live the truth of the activity called paying attention right now, and just in this simplicity know the truth of all of it. No? Yes.
So, like, I'm there. I'm I'm enjoying myself,
Can I replace
or
this there with here? I am here.
I am here, or I am. And just paying attention means I love to listen to you, so I am using my senses like ear to clearly listen to you what are you are talking about myself or self, so I can be more make it more clear whatever you are saying, because you are talking about self, so and I want to listen about self. So when I listening more carefully, then I feel like it is giving me more clarity what is self. And it seems I'm like feeling the sense, it's talking about me, like this also, that's it also give me some joy to listening to you. So that is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I.
Where is attention in this explanation that you gave me? It's a very beautiful explanation, very true, like very experiential and immediate. No? I enjoyed every word of it. But may I ask that where you did not mention about attention, because we are exploring the truth of attention. What is attention? What is the truth of attention?
Yeah, now I feel like I whole of myself is listening to you. It's not like separately something happening. Like,
Again, very beautiful discovery, no? What you are making right now. No? You are living the truth. But again, my question is still unanswered. No? What is attention here? Because many times we get so confused or mixed up with the concepts used in the world, in spirituality included, no? That we think it is some kind of thing somewhere. And we never live the truth of it, no? But once we live the truth of it, we find it to be so much more simple to live and understand. No? Yeah. So what is the truth of attention now, no?
So whole of myself is listening to you. So like not attention is something separate.
Huh.
It's
So it's not something separate.
yeah.
It is when you are giving, like focusing on me and listening. That's what maybe means paying attention, maybe no. Because we use too many words for very simple truth, no? Many times. And that's where we get entangled in the words concept itself, no? Thinking that these are different things, no?
Because it's not separate to listening to you, me. So it is not like attention means something is totally different. I am not living myself and I'm doing something without. So
Understood.
that I
Yes, yes.
feel like.
This is where, I mean, uh, so now do one more thing. Do not pay attention to what I am sharing. I will continue sharing. Do not pay attention to me now. Just reside in your relax of being for few seconds or 1 or 2 minutes, and that time see again that where is attention now. You know, and then we'll talk after that again. What happens after you come out of your relaxed state of being and you start listening to me again? What happens? So that process of paying attention will become crystal clear to you now. That what is attention and how do I pay attention to anything, and who I am in relation to attention, or what attention is in relation to me also. So relax in your being right now for 1 or 2 minutes. Do not pay any attention to what I am sharing right now. We also sit quietly for some time. If some sharing happens, it will be for just sitting quietly, not for trying to understand anything or exploring. And this is part of this exploration, by the way. We are just relaxing in our being right now, meaning not paying attention to anything or not attending anything right now. Prachi, now start listening to me again, but be very alert now that what exactly you do to listen to me, what change happens in your natural and relaxed state of being. Notice very carefully now, because this is the time to discover the truth of attention. This is the time to discover truth of who we are in relation to the attention. Can I just say like this, that attention basically means that when you are active, you the being, when active, then you are paying attention to things or attending things. And when you are inactive, not doing anything, then you don't have attention because you are not giving attention to anything. Neither you need attention nor you have it, because attention comes from you. Can I say like this? So you have this freedom. So we have this freedom to be active and attend things, and to be inactive and not attend anything. Let us all of us become as much clear as we can about it. Because this is the root of bondage, that I am not free to relax into my being. No? Because if anybody can relax in the being, immediately the experience is peace, if not bliss. And very soon we will experience bliss. And the more it is becoming clear to you right now, that there is nobody stopping me from relaxing into my being and coming out of it to attend something, and then again going back also. So continue doing this even during this time when I am talking. Every now and then take a break for a few seconds and just don't listen, don't attend anything, don't even listen to me. And then voluntarily pick me up from wherever I am speaking, anything that I am saying that time. You know, just to know clearly that the truth of who you are, who we are, and truth of the attention, like the activity and inactivity. Because in the inactivity we discover the truth of who we are. In the activity, in the active state, in the inactive state we discover the truth of who we are. In the active state we live the manifested. We live body, mind, and all that which can be lived. In the inactive state we live the truth of the experiencer that we are, experiencer of everything, perceiver of everything, like this. This is that one simple, most fundamental truth about ourselves. And this is the beautiful thing about this exploration that we are doing, that there is no limit to it in terms of exploring and living the depth of who we are. There is no limit to it. Like we can become. It's not that we are. We will find some depth inside ourselves, but the experience is like this. That we feel like we are going deep in ourselves in one sense. What actually seems to happen is that we are becoming more clear about our purity of being. Meaning we are becoming more clear about what we are not in this inactive state of being. What I call this core meditation. Meaning the being that we are, without making any effort, without being active, it start like as if it is falling back into its purity. Falling back is not a actually technically correct statement towards it, but for it, but it feels like this, you know, like it is withdrawing itself from everything with which it got mixed, you know. And this is also one of the powerful pointer I have learned from my great beings, my gurus, and experienced in the inside, that if you don't pay any attention to anything, meaning if you are not active, then whatever got mixed up with us, it starts separating from us, and we start coming back to our pure state of being. That's why core meditation is the most fundamental approach towards coming to the purity of who we are. It's not a one-time thing. It is like a continuous thing that we do, because it's not an activity; it's an inactivity. Core meditation is not an activity that we do. We just set a time. In terms of doing, we just set a time for it. Like between the doings, we give time to it, where we cease to do anything and everything. Yes? Inactivity. We remain inactive during this time. No? It's a choice we make out of understanding. No? But during this time, we become more and more clear about who we are experientially, meaning we experience the purity of our being. Because that which gets mixed up with us can remain mixed with us only through effort, through activity, through active in the active state. In the inactive state, it cannot remain mixed with us. It just gets separated by itself. You know, this is the power of inactive state of being, the core meditation, just sitting and doing nothing. No. We just have to understand and live this truth and experiment with it slowly. No? So very good. Thank you, Ji. It's very nice exploration with you.
Gee, I just want to more make it clear about where I just feel active and non-active with my. So there is so many sound also around. So I'm not paying attention. I'm not actively listening that sounds, but still sound is there. But I am just resting and enjoying that non-active. So it
Yes.
is this, and another thing like then I am more non-active. Then I notice like then small like uh, activity also highlighted like inside like some something is moving inside that is also noticeable when in non-active state that I notice
Mm-hmm.
now.
Oh yes, yes. The more somehow we become inactive in a way, also more, uh, in one sense, sharp our noticing becomes. The more pure our awareness becomes also. This is another pointer, no? To come to the more pure awareness that we have naturally in our being as part of who we are, we can come through this route. No? Let us try to take an example, which is a very ancient approach. I don't remember exact example I heard anywhere, but I'll try to bring that understanding here. No? Let's try to take an example like this is an example given that when we are trying to focus on some one or two things in the view that is present to us right now, physical view. No? We do see whole of the view, and yet somehow as if we don't see it. No? And then now we are invited, don't look at one or the two things in the view, just look at the whole view. Like as if we are looking at some scenery, like nature, natural nature's place, like a mountain or something. Let's say when we go there, we just look at the whole thing, Because there is nothing which can be missed, and there is nothing specifically, particularly, which we should focus on. Yes? So what happens is that when we are in this undivided, relaxed look at the whole thing, that time we see much more clearly everything, but as a whole. This is that time when we can say that we don't have a particular purpose behind our look. No, it's a look without a purpose or demand from what we are looking at. Like if this is what I feel is the free look. No? And when we look at one thing or two things, we always have a reason behind it that we are looking for something. And that's what I heard and learned indirectly in a way from Osho, that the difference between looking for and just looking. Meditation is basically just looking in the beginning. And after that, it's just being, not even looking. Because when we have come to the joy, to the bliss, to the truth of who we are, all the looking even relaxes. There is no need to look even. What to say of looking for? Yeah. Like the being becomes so contented, so deeply contented, that there is no, impulse, or there is no desire to even look at truth or anything basically. So what happens is that it is the same. So attention is not different kind of attentions we have. We have the same attention, meaning we pay attention, meaning we focus. When we focus, that is attention. When we don't focus on anything, we are not giving attention to anything. Where attention goes that time? When we don't pay attention to anything. Generally, we wonder about these things because we have never found ourselves not in a state where we don't pay attention to anything. Why it is like this? This is what is that circle of mind where we never relax into inactive state of being. So we keep paying attention to one thing or the other continuously. Like we are caught up in that. Like in the some other meeting, we were talking that as if we are caught up in the in the loop of zooming in into things, zooming out maybe a little bit, and then focusing on another thing, zooming in, zooming out, focusing on another thing, zooming in, like this. But we are necessarily caught up in paying attention state or active state. We are caught up in the active state. That is maybe mind, what we call mind state or ego state. We never find ourselves in the inactive state. In the meditation, in the core meditation, first time we learn to relax. And that's why it is so difficult. It's so difficult to just sit and do nothing. Why it should be difficult? Doing should be difficult, no? And doing should be tiring. This should be the most simple, joyful thing, no? But it is not, mainly because of the habit. We have a habit of doing something now, unless we notice that habit. That's why fundamental meditation can begin by just seeing also, by, just looking. Like not paying attention to anything, but rather just seeing inside. And we will find ourselves noticing that I'm continuously paying attention to things. But why? Any one of you can check right now. If you just see right now and do nothing else, you will notice that why we are paying attention to so many things right now. Who is the beneficiary of that? Who is getting benefited by that? No, it's just surprising. And that's how we break out of that kind of unconscious, loop in a way, circle also. So now you know clearly that this is not a problem that when we pay attention to something. Because that follows by, afterward we have a choice to not pay attention to anything and relax in our natural state. No? As many times as we want in the day. There is no limit, like there is no meter that you are allowed only, you can withdraw 2 times money from ATM or something. That those kind of limits don't apply here. And even in a fraction of second, like active, inactive, active, inactive. Like in a split of second, we can achieve that slowly. Because generally, 24 hours we will live in the inactive state, meaning true state of being. Only we will be active for what seems to be important for us in life. No? Yes or no? But right now it is the exact opposite. No? In the ego state, it is exactly opposite. We are continuously in the active state and tired, obviously, because of that. Because we are not living the joy, the truth, the bliss of our own being, and we are not relaxed also. We are continuously restless and going through some kind of discomfort. The discomfort, core discomfort in the being is just this much, that we are not relaxing. That's why these examples I have shared also before that, let's say we have never slept very deeply for many years because we were working continuously, and then one day or somehow it happens that we sleep very, very deeply, and next day somehow is going to be like a nirvana in a way. Like, wow, how beautiful is life. Things are still same, problems will still be problem if there are any, challenges will still be there, but somehow as if we got some kind of new strength, and like life has become somehow more pleasant, and you know like as if some joy is remaining in the being while the challenges of life remain same. And the same thing can be done consciously in the core meditation, just sitting, or being done right now also. So I think very good. No? Thank you, beloved.
Thank you so much. It's make me feel like more clear seeing, and now I'm feeling more. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is a very potent, exploration. I feel. Let us try to explore different aspects of it, because this is one aspect which I would like to believe all of you know. But if sometime if any one of you is not in that clarity, possibility of being clear about it right now, and you find it confusing, then I will be very happy to explore with you. Yeah, Deva, you want to talk?
Rajee, Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
So, there's something on the similar lines as Prachi. Um, this morning I was doing the just sitting, like you said, like we do, and because of the pace of everything being very fast, like in the morning I wake up and I sit, but and the body, I came to a place where I can feel the body and I can feel the breath, and um, there was no movement of attention in any direction, but there was the residue of activities that was going on. There was residue, and I could feel very little of residues going. Uh, the like Rachi just mentioned that some little activity was visible. So a similar thing happened with me, but I kept thinking that where I was trying to reach was the body, the breath, and myself, the I am. And I'm not sure, because of not winding down enough, that I could not feel much of that quiet or that space of I am, like just completely settled, which I felt when you were doing the meditation now, like with Rajee when you did the walk through. So I could not come to that place of, I sat for a while and I was just wondering, is this because of lots of um, like lots of high pace work or activity and not winding down in the prior night, or like how does it happen? And I my my attempt usually when I do just sitting in the morning is that as I sit, it should be by now, in my understanding, it should be simple that I can feel my body, I can feel my breath, and it should just be visible that it's everything is quiet besides the activities. But I don't feel that. So Raji, can uh, can you throw some light on this as to what really happens when, um, when there is so much activity and you don't get, when I don't get the time to just pace down or feel myself. So how can I do it through the day or keep it alive every moment
Oh. Um,
or
yeah.
sometimes?
Yes. Yes. Let's try to understand or kind of live this truth of it, no, right now, and we begin from here, and let's see how much more we can know today, no. So when high pace, you said high pace activities are happening in life, and high pace activity basically means that they are going to move lot of energy inside. First of all type of energy is required, no, for that. Like it has to be attended, and like most of the energy or most type of energies are required to attend that those activities, no? So the energies will be moving even when the energies have been given up. You have come to the decision to sit in yourself quietly. That energy movement will continue. Because of the energy movement that happened a lot, so it leaves little bit of a momentum still in the energy within ourselves, and that will take some time in settling. So that is very well-known thing to us, no? Mostly, I think. What is maybe not known is that whenever we are doing some activity, either the activity has to become complete as per our understanding, or we will remain involved in it, no? Meaning we will remain involved in it until it is complete, even if we give it up temporarily for our meditation time, no? For our sitting time. No? And for that, we can develop a wisdom within ourselves, where we can leave some kind of nice notes within our consciousness that I stop this activity for now. Like you can understand. You know the task management very well. No? So like you can leave some note here that here I am leaving it in this state and I am going to pick it up later on. If necessary, for some very important task I am saying, mostly it will not be required. Because those things you have already done. You have noted down on paper, on phone or your computer. No? So what is left now is to notice that now I don't have anything to do with it. So this being conscious that I don't have anything to do with this energy now will make you so much more free to relax in yourself. Because it is not the energy that is moving inside us which is kind of not letting us feel who we are. I am, as you said, no, not able to. It is not the energy which is moving inside us that is not letting us feel who I am, in the purity of I am. It is the value given to it by the I am that you are. So why we give value to it, that is the key here. And somehow as if not only the energy continues moving, And energy, by the way, will continue moving anyway. Body mind is not really some kind of static thing. It's a energy circle. Body mind is energy moving continuously anyway, no? So the energy movement can never stop. If it does, which basically means that the body mind will die, no? You remember the in the hospital, like the graph of the heart and then T, like that. That is where energy will stop moving. No? So energy will continue moving. There is no problem about it. You also know that. Now this specific energy connected to the specific high pace activities of life is also moving inside. It is also for good, I think. It is time to resolve things. While you will sit quietly in your meditation, live the truth of I am, it will try to resolve itself. No? It will try to resolve things, but not that you need to attend them. This is where we have a misunderstanding. So it is like a learning that this I am that you are will grow in, will learn slowly. It is like learning to relax between the two tasks. No, this is what we are talking about. No? Learning to relax between the two tasks. It's a standard thing, like a standard need of life. It's just that very few people are able to learn it well. We can learn now here very easily, very simply. No? But it can be done through understand. Like we need to understand also. Meaning during the task, we are doing a actual thinking, actually attending it. And after that task, like taking a break from that task for now, what we do, why we think about it. That is where we can become more conscious and something can resolve within ourselves that, hey, that's kind of not necessary, But that's more of a growth at the level of individual consciousness, and that is more of a understanding that wakes up in the I am that we are, beyond that individual consciousness of body mind. No? So both these things are going to get corrected here. No? And as soon as you, this pure being that you are, I am, will understand that I don't have to attend anything. These things will also relax more. And one amazing thing I found that there is one way in which our consciousness can work, mind can work, is like slowly trying to understand the same thing for a long time. Or it can kind of concentrate itself in a relaxed manner, joyfully, and in very short period it can see so much more on the same subject. Those kind of corrections start happening when we start resting in ourselves also. There is a possibility. Like a efficiency, more optimized way of doing things, more efficient way of doing things evolves out of the being that we are. Always it does. No? Like common sense, for example, is a natural ability of this I am that we are, no? Towards the activity. No? Like it makes sense to not do anything right now. And you know that your world will not collapse. No? We have this kind of unconscious feeling inside that my world will collapse if I don't attend what I was doing. It's just about bringing it in the clarity of our seeing more. Because until we see this, we are going to continue attending it secretly. No? Even when we will feel I'm just meditating, I'm just doing nothing right now. It's just that it is so important that I should kind of keep it going in the, as a background app, no? That this app should continue functioning in the background. No, these background apps are very, energy intensive. They drain the battery, Be careful. No. Identify the background apps and limit their usage. Let us do that, I feel. It's kind of important, I feel. Like making things clean, making things clear is the way to taking things in our hands, in one sense, in the hands of the being that we are. No? So the key, I think there was a lot of sharing in this. Probably it was all necessary, but the key here is that don't worry about what your mind is doing when you are meditating and not doing anything. You just care about yourself. Your mind will follow. You know. Because your mind means the energies which are working together. They have this thing is called mind. Body mind together is called mind. No, this has adopted your way, and it yet again it can adopt your way. What is your way? What is the way of I am? The way of I am is doing when doing, not doing when not doing. And your energies will get adjusted. They will very quickly adopt your way of living life now. So at the body-mind level, resolution of some queries, confusions will take place when the consciousness will grow here. Consciousness of noticing and seeing will grow here. But more importantly, if you become clear that even if my mind continued doing things that I was doing, towards my high pace activities of life, I will not do anything now. Neither about the high pace activities nor about the mind doing something about them. You know. And like this, you, the pure being, will become clear about who you are also, separate from the mind which does activities, which ultimately is activity happening in you. Whole of the mind and all of its activities are a activity happening in you, the pure being. It will become clear to you. It can become clear to you right now.
Yeah, so I feel like you got me to this point where you said it can become clear right now, and that the pure being is like there is the pure being and there is the body mind activity. If we can just we can let the mind do its thing, but we don't go towards it, or we just sit in the pure being. That's how I understood the last.
Yes.
Um, the way it happens to me, I come to this point, and the way I feel it is, it's like complete blankness. It's like completely blank, um, and it's as if that what I realized as you spoke is that it's as if there is a looking for some kind of experience of I from that emptiness. That's what I felt right now, because as you were walking us through this regarding the mind and how the body mind functions, I realized that I do come to this point, but then I noticed that more value, like you said, more value is given to what the mind is doing than to what is really there. I feel that's where I keep missing it. So,
Yes, yes.
like that emptiness.
Um, Look at all the experiences right now as part of the mind, including the experience of emptiness also, okay? There is a big difference between experience of free experience created by the activity or movement that happens inside, no, called mind, and the experience of who we are beyond the activity. So try to sense the difference right now. When we experience ourselves, when we are sitting in the inactivity in the core meditation, then our experience is very different. It's not like empty of everything only. It is full also of something. Like everything that we have heard about it, nothing matches completely, and some things may still match little bit. The experience of our own being is very fulfilling, brings deep contentment inside our being, immediately in this very moment, and sort of a assurance that everything is all right. I don't have to look for anything else. No. And consider everything else that is experienced by you as part of the movement happening inside the being only. Like that. We can call it mind in general, not the ego mind or non-ego mind, but just the mind. So look at it like this right now. Like pay attention to yourself, give value to yourself, like feel yourself also, while remain alert about the activity that is happening and being noticed by you. So make your awareness a two directional. Make your awareness two directional. One direction to notice the movement, another direction to notice who you are, who is noticing the movement. And this is that perfect sitting in the being. So you are not denying the movement. You are not trying to stop the movement. You are not trying to change the speed of the movement, which is happening inside you in the form of different thoughts, feelings, and other, activities. You are just clearly knowing the movement as the movement and yourself as yourself. And inside you, meaning mixed with you, there could be some things which are so intimate that they are giving the impression that I am doing something. And if you let go of it, in the sense that if you let it be exposed in this seeing right now, you will notice that actually that is also a movement, and I am the one who is noticing it. And I am not the movement. So not only outer movement of body-mind, but even the deepest movement happening in this consciousness of individual consciousness, they are not my movements, meaning it's not that I am moving. Allow this to be noticed by you. This allowing part is very important. Because as if we are not allowing it in some way, as if we are supporting the idea that that movement, the intimate movements, are my movements. No, they are movements. Don't deny the fact. Don't overlook it. Let it be exposed in truth. Let it be lived by you also. But also, let us live the complete truth of it. You who is noticing it, you are not moving actually. So the ultimate noticer, ultimate seer that we are, who is noticing even the most subtle movement inside, is not moving. This itself is not moving. This is still awareness self, which is not moving at all. And the more you will settle in this still awareness self, the more you will become bold in a way towards the movement. Like you will become less forgiving in a way. You will allow more the subtlemost movements to be seen by you as movements separate from you and not mixed with you. Even if they are part of the life as we live in the body mind. Even if they are the foundation of the body mind life. But they are noticed as something separate from us. Or we are discovering ourselves separate from it, in a way. Meaning this, we are discovering that aspect of ourselves which does not change, which does not move. But that's what is this I am. Things come, things go. Even the most subtle movements happening, some things were not, some things I was not aware, which I have become aware of now. But I am exactly what I was when I was not aware of those things. I am exactly what I am now when I have become aware of them. It made no difference in my nature. My nature remains exactly same, even if when I was not aware of some things, and now that I have become aware of them. Awakening is in this direction, about the realization that becoming aware of things does not really change my nature. It doesn't make me less or more of myself. Awakening is about living my nature, who I am. And because of old, long-lived misunderstanding, because of this, as if things are mixed with us. And as a matter of fact, in the experience, yes, it is true. But fundamentally, it is not true. Fundamentally, nothing is mixed with us. If whenever it feels that something is mixed with me, it is not that something is mixed with us. No, we are mixed with the idea, with the belief in which we are not living as who we are. The answer to this is living purely who we are. Like, this is like one solution for all type of spiritual confusions in the direction of awakening. That one solution is living the purity of who we are. Then we do not need to care about the beliefs, which, because those beliefs have been taken care of by living the purity of our own being, the fundamental beliefs. So it is that fundamental belief that I am not myself attends a activity happening inside us, and then that belief is imposed or projected onto that activity that this is mixed with me. What is happening inside us can never be mixed with us, with the space in which it happens. Let us live this simple truth right now, because we have heard this before, no? But right now, let us live the truth of it. So we don't need to separate the content which is happening inside us from who we are, the space. No? Let us live a simple yet complete truth in this moment of who we are and what is happening inside us as a whole. No? Now the content is content and who we are is who we are. So I think it's good, Deva. Thank you. But if it is not, anything is not clear, please talk.
Oh, no, Rajee, this is good. I feel I was able to live with you, and I just have to remember this and keep coming back into the safe space.
Yes.
Just remind myself, stop, remind myself, and come back to this. This was nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajee.
I just want to say a little bit here, no? That this is Zen statement. Keep, showing up in our life and keep revealing its deeper and deeper meaning to us in a way. This Zen statement is a set of few statements where in Zen they say that before meditation, trees are trees, birds are birds, rivers are rivers, mountains are mountains. No? During meditation, they don't remain the same, and after meditation, they become the same again. What it means is that before meditation, body mind is like things are very stable inside us in a way. This is this and that is that. During the meditation, somehow, as if we transcend our limited point of view towards everything, and we open up for a higher view, and we know things more deeply. But things get mixed up in a way. But as we complete the meditation, we return to the simplicity of seeing, which includes allowing everything to be the way it is. Now the body becomes body again, mind becomes mind again, activities become activities again, individual life becomes individual life again. Plus, you are awake now to who you are. No? So life doesn't become extraordinary in the individual sense, individual level. It becomes extraordinary in the sense that the one who is living in it has got awakened, woke up in towards it. And that makes the whole difference, by the way, in terms of even experiencing the individual life. The individual life becomes so much more beautiful, like so much, much, much more beautiful in experience, in the experience itself. No? What to say of the bliss of knowing ourselves. No? But during this process, so many things get mixed up. We take certain states of our energies to be our own true state. Do you see the point? So thank you. It's good. It's good. Thank you. Anna, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
First of all, again, so much gratitude and thank you so much for your support for these satsangs and just the opportunity to be here with you. It's very appreciated. I don't know if it's sharing or maybe just stating the phase I'm in the moment, but maybe you have something that can enlighten or help out the process. It's it feels like I did like I lots of stuff has cleared recently, and now I can feel like I live driving and having the handbrake on somehow, you know. So it's like it's fear. I know it's fear, and it's fear of like living my full potential and just using the grace that I have, like the wind in the sail and so on. It feels more like hibernation, you know, winter sleep, you know, hibernation.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like still feeling this, I have to save my energies and lay low. And anyway, I know it's just a process probably and just a phase of clearing, but I just wanted to share. So thank you.
I
Very-
thank you,
Thank
Clever. Thank you. It's pure, very, very joyful for me to explore and live the truth with you. Thank you. Uh, I just want to share with you something very basic, simple about it. That mm, in this time when you are opening up, so much has become clear to you. Really, no. Meaning, basically, what is basic, fundamental has become clear to you. The value is being placed correctly now. It is just that living in the hibernation for so long, and you are using very right words, by the way. I also feel that this is the right word, like as if we are living in a hibernation, no? When we are not living as the being. No? We are not living. When we are not living as the being, we are not living. No? So you are very, very right. But what I feel is best, which I can offer, share with you right now, is that somehow, if I was in place of you, I would stick to the joy, to the joyful unfolding. I would not stick to trying to reach somewhere quickly, trying to get out of hibernation too fast. You know, I would stick to a joyful, continuous flow, like unfolding, like opening up, like not breaking out of that joyful blissfulness. You know, because that is God's speed in one sense. No, the blissfulness of our own being, the unfolding that happens from the blissfulness of our own being, is that I feel that the speed of source. And the mind comes in between, that I have to be fast, or also out of fear I have to be slow. So don't, I would not attend, if I was in your situation, I would not attend the fear, I would not attend the greed. Greed means trying to jump ahead. Fear means trying to lag behind. Ah, no, 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 no. Rather more mixed with the pure being that I am, which ensures the blissfulness of the being that you are, which gives you so much more courage to open up for the unknown, because it is unknown. What is going to unfold has never happened. Why we are afraid of the unknown? Because we have been projecting the idea of known onto it through the mind continuously. It's not that life is going to be unknown now, Anna. Life was always unknown. You just woke up. And everyone, all the beings in existence, they know how to live with this unknown unfolding. No? They know that moment by moment. No? They know that day by day. No? It is one thing. It's not like separately that somebody is going to send you an email that about how to, that what is going to happen in this week and how to deal with those things. It's the one thing which it reveals in our heart so much on time. Like this is my, again, just my feeling. I'm sharing my experience that exactly on time it reveals inside our own heart. Before that, because of habit, our mind may continue worrying, no, worrying. But generally, most of the worries of the mind are connected to being a person. How to remain as a person, how to maintain. And mind should be worried about it, because it is almost a impossibility to remain as a person. It's an impossibility, almost like an impossible task we have achieved to remain as as a false self. No? So for that, mind should be worried. But about you don't need to worry about it. All of that is completely supported by the source of life, because it is truth. You are truth. Unfolding of life from here is truth also. In one sense, the individual mind is not so much given all the responsibility to take care of all of it. No? A reasonable, appropriate thinking will take place in the mind, individual mind. But there is no place for worries. You know what I mean? I would just say like this. Because those who stick to the joy, to the bliss of the being, They experience the bliss and the joy of the being, and they remain in sync with the existential flow. Those who go out of it, they neither have the joy and the bliss of the being, and nor they have that wisdom which is present when we are in sync with the existential flow, when we are in contact with the source, when we are in touch with the source. No. There is an intuitive wisdom present when we are in touch with the source of who we are, towards the life activities. No. What do you feel? It is, are you able to connect?
Yes, you explained it very well. It's now if I look deeper, it is fear of bliss. Peace is okay. Happiness is okay. I'm very content. But it is like a fear of bliss, a fear of this like joy, and it's somehow very, very subconscious. It is not even like some action or something that I do. It's just like I can just feel that I freeze somehow.
Yes, yes, I understand that.
Yes.
One thing that I want to say here, to dare to say here, why? Because I don't want to say that because it is mostly misunderstood. But I will try. Okay. The thing is that individual self is the dream in which we are living, and through the eyes of that we see everything that happens, which is never as we think or what we conclude about it. No? So our interpretation about what happens is never true. And now we also have a fear that what will happen if I will stop living as an individual self. Do you see the joke, the cosmic joke? Where will be the end of it? The end of it will be that when living as an individual self will absolutely not give us anything except suffering, suffocation, darkness, dullness, heaviness, then we will say, I choose waking up at whatever is the cost. And what is the cost of it? Just the dream is the cost of any waking up. No? And then we will see, that's what I want to say now, that then you will see, Anna, there is no question of fear. Fear arises when we feel that things are in my control and they may go out of control. But in the first place, nothing is in my control. I am myself, who I am, who is worried, is not in my own control. It is in the hands of God. It is in the hands of the source. Right now, every one of us, by the way, not just you, Anna, no? It is about waking up. It's not about, Here this statement, no? Somebody said that, relax, nothing is in control. No? This kind of can make sense now here. Relax, nothing is in control. Meaning nothing is in control of individual self. As it thinks, no? Not entirely. No? And most of us keep maintaining our life in one way or the other. Keep maintaining ourselves one way or the other. And some people choose truth. And this is the end of his statement. Afterward, what follows is what is about to follow in your life now, which you are afraid of. The life of bliss, life of blissful unfolding, and life of wisdom growing continuously, a sense of contact growing continuously with the source. A sense of, divinity. There is, first time we understand what is devotion, in one sense. Only when we come in contact with the presence of God, which is inside us only, then we somehow first time sense what is actually devotion. Meaning deeply, no? Deeply we understand that, oh wow. Just I have clear feeling, Anna, that you have chosen truth. You are those people who have chosen truth. Just be more clear about it, that's all. That I have chosen truth. Why I need to be worried? I should be concerned and this and that is totally fine. But you don't have a alternate. Be clear about it. Because the moment it becomes clear to us, I don't have an alternate where I can go. That alternate is the dream of ego or the false self. Even if this is most difficult, but that's the only thing available. No? And suddenly it becomes so much more simple now. Because we are not trying to escape from it anymore. You know? Here we will, this is how, what it means that we are learning to be present now where we are now. There is no escape, there is no other option. This is the only reality. No? Slowly, I think. Thank you, beloved. Swarika, you want to talk?
Hello.
Hello, Ji.
Can you hear me well?
I can.
Okay. Long time I did not speak to you, so I wanted to speak without trying to share what like exactly like practical things or stuff, but I don't know how to articulate or frame what I'm feeling or like this, but it's just that sometimes like I get so lost in this thinking or like literally like daydreaming and stuff that it's hard to sit or it's hard to even recall that I can sit or like I can not do anything. And even like today this was the state, so I thought that I was not able to like connect or meditate or like be with you or sit with you. And more often than not, this is the general I would say way of living. So, and I would like to like now change this way of living and not continuously function in this outdated way, sort of. And I felt like you're the one who can help with this.
Oh. I would like to share like this with you, which can maybe help you a little bit more in the same direction where you have already started making a choice, no? Try to see that, you know, what is most important in your life. Let's say we call it my life, okay? You know, what is most important in this thing called my life? It may appear to be like a success, some goal, some achievement, but maybe not. What is more important maybe is peace, joy, happiness, isn't it? Like, have you not noticed that when you are joyful, when you are peaceful, when you are happy, even when the life situation, circumstance is not so favorable, so pleasant, it it looks quite okay, you know. Like we not found ourselves on some railway station, some other place which is very deserted, small, no, there is no food or nothing. Life is not so comfortable, but somehow we are happy and we feel it's okay. We can make something out of it, very nice. No? So in this case, happiness is most important. No? And if we can become clear from where happiness comes, you know, which you can become clear right now. Because happiness we think comes from circumstance, from life experience or activity. No. Happiness, 100% times, always happiness comes from within. It is experienced in the body-mind, and our mind connects the region of it outside of the body-mind. That because of something happened outside the body-mind, that's why, I'm happy. Have you not noticed that when you are happy, then you are relaxed? This is a clue. Meditation is something deeper than relax. Being in the mind is something too far from the meditation. Relax is something in between. Being happy is little closer towards the relax and the meditation. When we are happy, we are relaxed. Or can we say that when we are relaxed, then we are happy? Live this right now. Relax and see that happiness will come in you. Not the happiness that we seek for, but the happiness which is our nature. Like we become somehow full of happiness for no reason when we relax. So allow yourself to relax right now, and you will learn also. You will learn also in this way that this is what is the secret of happiness. So everything that we are doing in life is for happiness, which is possible by relaxing in ourselves. So then we do not need to seek for anything particularly. We can continue living our practical life in the standard way as we feel appropriate, but we don't need to seek for anything, run for anything anywhere in the practical life. We can learn to relax and be happy. So the happiness comes from within ourselves and fills our body mind right now. And by relaxing in ourselves, we also will learn slowly, and at one point will become clear and will start knowing who we are. So understand the discipline of meditation. It is not some kind of special thing for special people. It is for a soul, and everyone is a soul. So basically it is for everyone in one sense, less or more. So we may just relax maybe, or we may become more relaxed. When we are more relaxed, let us try to see the difference between relax and meditation right now, just to understand. When we are relaxed, that time we are the doer who is not doing anything, like choosing to rest right now. No? The doer is resting right now. I am the doer and I am resting right now. No? And this is a very healthy thing, no? To be healthy, to be strong, to do things, to be able to do things. Yes. But if you relax little more, somehow the truth of who we are beyond being a doer starts revealing itself without effort, by the way. Like we start sensing in some way that I am something more than the doer. Like doer is more of a activity in a way, or my state in which I remain most of the time, or I remained most of the time, most of my life. But I'm something else. I'm not limited to the state of doer or doing. No. I'm something which is beyond it also. So if you relax a little more, this is where we enter into core meditation, where we are not sleeping, because the doer can do only three things. Let's say in this case, fundamentally two. One thing is doing, another thing is resting. In the resting, it has unconscious resting called sleep, or conscious resting called just I'm not doing anything right now. While it is generally doing something like a backlog, trying to clear up the backlog, confusions in the mind and all. Oh, I wanted to think about that. Let me think about that. It is doing all that. There is a deeper possibility here. Allow yourself to know this simple truth. And slowly you will return to your true nature as the being that you are. And you will be able to return to the doing state as and when necessary, the inactive state, the active state. And you will be able to return back from here to your true state also. Like a wisdom grows inside us that when is the time to let go of effort. And as we were talking, it's not necessarily like 6 hours a day working and then not doing anything. It can be as simple as, 1 second, switch. Yeah. What do you feel? Are you able to connect to what I'm saying? Any confusion, any challenge, please talk and we can make it clear right now.
Yes, initially I felt like challenged, but then more and more as I relaxed, and that relaxed got even more relaxed, like this, and this relaxed, suddenly there's a smile on the face, like automatically, like a
Yes.
So yeah.
So this is the happiness I was talking about, which comes out of relax. The smile on the face. Like, hey, kind of nice. Like internally you're happy in a way. Yeah. You're not happy because of something. You're just happy. That's kind of nice happiness, no? I feel I'm not so much of a happiness person, like person who was seeking for happiness, but I still feel that happiness is a nice thing, internal happiness. No? Like internal happiness is like an internal climate control in a way, like a temperature control where you are keeping that coolness in the desert, or you are keeping that warmth in the winter. Like you have your own thing between you and life. Body will be still touched by what happens in the physical realm, and all other layers or course will be impacted by what happens in the respective realms of consciousness. But somehow you remain in the happiness. So this kind of adjustment will take place, I feel. Not that remaining relaxed all the time. No, returning from that relax to the activity, then returning to relax from the activity also. Otherwise, we will get caught up again in that same loop, from one activity to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, until the system crashes. No, until the system crashes. The system will crash one day. No, in this approach.
Sorry, I missed a few lines because the internet was stuck.
Oh.
And can you say again if
now it's fine?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it was my internet.
Huh. I forgot now what we were talking about. Can you remind me, like bring me back there?
You said internal happiness and not like going.
I think what I was saying was that you learn to relax and live in this internal happiness, a smile on your face. It's very important to give your name to these things. So this is your name of happiness. Happiness is my name. So you stick to your name. A smile on my face. When you relax, a smile on your face comes. Enjoy that oftentimes in a day, whenever you are not doing anything. Then returning to activity or doing, but also learning to return back from it also. Otherwise, we will remain in the loop again, no? Then we move from one activity to another until the system crashes. That's what I was saying, I think. Until the system will crash. And system may crash in two ways. Generally, system crashes when we die, let's say, when we leave this body, bodily existence, no? Generally, no? But I think it's clear now, no, to you.
Yes, this aspect is clear, but you also mentioned about deeper
Deeper.
thing. So
So I share something deeper?
yeah.
Okay. That is very exciting part for me, okay? Because somehow what we are talking about is more in the language of a doer, in the language of a individual self. And it is useful, that's why I'm sharing. The deeper reality of it is that somehow you, the individual doer, as learns to relax more, and from here rises back to doing. Your doing also becomes as deep as your rest was. No? Like your doing also becomes as total, more total, in a way. More holistic involvement happens in the doing as the involvement in the resting happens. No? And somehow, at some point, the very dividedness in the sense of doer, in the energies of individual, it kind of starts resolving into a one beautiful wholeness, one beautiful presence in a way, no? Which is doing, not doing, when not doing, just resting, no? Ready to do, but not doing something right now, And this is where that magical moment or magical aspect or angle of life is. The witnessing self that you are wakes up somehow, who finds it so amazingly beautiful and also funny in some sense that this whole thing called myself is what I am aware of, not what I am. I am this awareness self. I am this witnessing being who is noticing this sense of doer, which is the individual energy. It rests and it rises again, and it rests and it rises again, and there is nobody there in it. There is no self in it. It is just the energy, the consciousness, individual consciousness. This is that magical moment, Swarika. And all of this is possible through this simple and kind of right direction, right way of being, sitting in ourselves and learning to relax in ourselves. So, one key here, Swarika, is that somehow the self, the witnessing self that you are, is another name, or has another name that is Purna, complete. Naturally, existentially, it is complete, always. It is complete beyond our understandings right now. We cannot comprehend actually that how much more complete we can experience within ourselves. And because it is complete, it likes to bring everything into completion. That's why, as long as there is any sense of incompletion in this sense of doer, the energy which is in front of it, that the changeful aspect, in front of the unchanging self. As long as there is something incomplete in it, it tries to complete it, and and it remains involved in it, and it doesn't pay attention to its own nature, which is always complete and unchanging. That's a very, very amazing thing. And this changeful aspect is not going to come to completion so easily because it's an ongoing process. Like by what standard it will become complete? Like there have to be some standard, no? And those standards keep growing in a way. Our bar keep increasing, rising in a way that I want to be more complete and more complete and more complete and more. And somehow the self who is looking at it, the witnessing self, remains engaged in it in some way. It is not engaged in the thing itself. It is engaged in the desire to make it complete. And it doesn't see that it can never be complete in the way the self that you are is complete. And this is where living in the present comes in play. If we can understand that living in the present is that opportunity to complete my action, because that's all is in my hands. Completing the everything of this individual aspect is not in my hands, or not that much, not that I have that much time or a guarantee. But this moment, I can completely, totally meet what life has brought to me. I can be completely present in what I am attending. And somehow this sense of doer or this energy of doing also follows that impulse in a way. And it starts becoming more total and more involved in what it does. And then the changeful aspect, it starts getting better and better, like better in every sense, no? Like that betterment which we wanted, it start happening in the changeful aspect. The energies of body mind doing better in every way, while you start discovering who you are. No? The changeless witness. No? I don't know, but because you invited and I felt that this is what I would like to share with you. I don't know if it was useful for everyone. What do you feel, Swarika ji?
No, it was definitely useful for me. And like walking with you, I don't have words to like say or describe like this, but it is definitely helpful, and it's sort of inspiring, I would say, even to live that way, and to see that I am pressing the wrong buttons to fulfill
True.
random things.
True. It is true.
But I have a feeling that
Thank
like
you that it is inspiring for you.
yes.
And yeah, please say.
Can I share? Yeah, just that it is easier when like I'm with you or anyone who is availably like doing this actively, but sort of when, as I said, like even for that happiness like break that you're saying, that even that is difficult to accomplish when I'm alone trying it. So if you have anything to share like around that, I don't know.
I can just share what I feel right now. I don't know if it will be so directly, connected or useful. This is my general feeling that there are always many things in our life that we want to attend, no? But not that we are able to attend all of them. We attend selectively, certain things about whom we have a certain priority, Do you follow what I'm saying? So from where that priority comes, that is what I want to explore with you. And that can give you some insight that what is driving my attention, what is driving my interests. Interest and attention, is it not the same or similar thing? Wherever is our attention or wherever is our interest, there is our attention, our focus, our value given or placed. No? So how from where these priorities are coming? I found, Sarika, that sort of a unconscious mm, presence, unconscious state of energies is producing that interest and priority, and it can be brought to consciousness, meaning it can be made more conscious. The more conscious it is made, the more somehow you, who is actually the beneficiary of this whole aspect, start noticing that no, I don't want to focus on these things now in my life. No. So this is why it is so important to be more conscious, even in the thinking, you know, like more consciously thinking, more consciously making decisions. Like generally, if we become more conscious, somehow we will start change. It will change our priorities to those which which will actually give us happiness in our life, and it will start growing more and more, no, in our life. I don't think there will be anyone here in this group who would say things like this, that like when we work in offices, we oftentimes talk, and this kind of things are there online also, that we are doing continuously what we don't want to do, and we are not doing what we want to do. I don't think any one of us is that type of, or in that kind of mindset, no. But little bit maybe we are still doing those kind of things, and we just have to figure out why. Remember, Swarika, doing comes at a cost. Not doing anything also comes at a cost. No? Everything, every choice is connected with a cost. No, there's a price tag for every cost, every choice, isn't it? Only not making any choice is free in one sense. No? But in a way, that is even that is not free. No? Like life is happening. No? Life is like a flow. Shall I run faster so I can grab more, like more fresher life, or life which nobody has experienced yet? Shall I move slower so I can enjoy more? Do you see what I'm saying? All of that, I think, can become much more simply clear to us as we relax in our being more, and we sit in meditation more also. Our wisdom wakes up naturally. So that's all I could say, no? I would just say to you that don't be that kind of person that where you say that, oh, I keep doing what I don't want to do and I never do what I want to. I would say don't be that kind of person, if possible. Because you are happiness itself. In this model, you are happiness itself, and you are doing everything to experience unhappiness, which is going to cover your natural happiness. No? Do you see my point? The more resolved mind, the more free mind also. No? Free mind in a way is like a door which allows the consciousness or the attention to fall back into the source and relax, no, relax also. So these things I think are connected in some way. I feel the more you try to be immediate about these things, the more quickly these things will resolve in you. No? Like, do you want to be happy right now? You can ask like this to yourself. Whenever, right now also, and you can ask later on also. Hey, do I want to be happy right now? And obviously the answer will come yes. But then ask how much urgent it is for me, how much important it is for me in comparison to other things which I want right now. For example, this can work like a very beautiful, simple contemplation. How much value I am giving to being happy right now in comparison to everything else that I want. And this is the surprising thing, that when you have highest value for happiness, when you have highest value for the want of happiness, in comparison to the other wants that you have for anything and everything else, you don't need a want for happiness. You are going to be happy without want. Because just relaxing in our own being without wants for anything else is what produces this smile on your face. No? Something like this. You will get the correct alignment and understanding of it slowly. Just spend some time and understand this and work on it. Work with this what I've shared with you, and make it more clear to yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very helpful for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Because this is one thing very amazing about happiness, that nobody can declare for us that you are happy now. Okay, done. No, nobody can do that. Only we can declare this, that I am happy now. And what about discovering who we are? Again, nobody else can declare that I have discovered who I am. Only you can declare that. Happiness, truth, all of this is so internal. I just wonder that, are you true truth right now? Are you truth right now? Or are you false right now? Or is it the question that we are asking fundamentally in the spiritual context of awakening? That am I truth or am I false? Or are we asking that whether I am or I am not? Questioning is important. Not that the answer is going to be there. No, opening of our eyes happens through questioning like this, no? Am I true self? Am I the true self or false self? Check right now. And somehow it will not become clear to you, whatever you do, whether I am the true self or the false self. This very language is dualistic. This very language is language of mind. The maximum mind can serve in the direction of truth of who you are is that mind says, I am. That's all. Mind cannot say more than this. More than this is also dualistic, by the way. I am is also dualistic expression of the non-dual reality that you are, no, beloved? But still, this is the closest which has been accepted also by most of the being, that yes, it is all right. Because we have to say a little bit at least about the truth of who we are, no? Anything more than this? This I am, I am. This what you are. Are you free or bound right now? You might be busy or free. You might be engaged or free, maybe, in that way. But in the fundamental sense, are you bound or free? If you are free from what? If you are bound, bound to what? If this I am is free, it is free from what? And if I am is bound, it is bound to what? Because this I am is the pure awareness self only. It has no direction from where it is looking at anything. It has no form to which it is bound. No? Every form, every experience, everything is in front of it, is known by it effortlessly. This pure awareness self, this I am that we are, it doesn't even have a space in which things are happening. Although there is no other space in which anything can happen. Except the imagination. There is a space created by imagination of the mind also, by the way, in which things happen. No? But otherwise, there is no other space in which anything can happen. So is this I am that we are, our truth, I am, is this bound or free? Actually, it is neither bound nor free. I am neither bound nor free. I only am. And everything is. Thoughts are, feelings are, body is, and I am. This I am that we are is the pure perceiver of everything. Pure in the sense that it doesn't demand anything to be other than how it is at any point of time. It doesn't have any demand basically. It doesn't have any desire. This pure I am doesn't have any desire. It is able to perceive everything as it is without imposing anything on anything. And that's why it is able to find all the states of consciousness within completely as they are. And it is able to work on them if necessary. It is able to give them space to unfold, to correct, to come to the more resolved and higher potential of everything. The look, the very look of this pure I am that you are, beloved, is that life, that sun, that water, that soil you can give to the seeds of your own consciousness within, and they start coming to the higher potential. You know, it is as if that when we stay in this purity of I am, we become in alignment with the grace directly, directly in the in alignment with the grace. Like the best possibilities open up for us in a way. No? I think it is a beautiful moment, no, together. Don't exclude yourself, because we all are same truth. My heart, my being is calling you and telling you, trying to tell you that we are same truth, same being. I am not teaching you anything, beloved. I am just sharing my love with you, no? In this speaking, no? And that maybe you will listen and will remember who you are. And that will end your suffering or your sense of responsibility connected to living this individual life. And you will return to real life that you have or that you are. We are not so separate the from the presence of truth that we have a choice to be one with it or to be separate from it. We are so one with it all the time, we have no choice. Even we don't have a choice to choose truth even. But as if we are sleeping, let us wake up. And let us enter into the heaven, which is much more like being in love, being in the light of the source, being in the in the love of the source for us. It's an actual thing. Very sense of love and devotion arises at the same time, but such an intimate experience, so beyond the sense of any ritual or activities, beyond any definitions, just pure sense of devotion, pure sense of love, where you are not clear who you are not clear about who you love, and yet it is the purest experience of love. You know, this is what I'm living with you and inviting you to live within yourself right now. It's not a spiritual activity, it's just some joy arising in me and I'm just sharing with you. And this joy is the most beautiful and valuable thing in life. And surprisingly, this is without any cause, without any reason. You know, sufferings have reasons. No? Why are you unhappy today? Oh, because of this, because of that. You know, why are you happy right now? I don't know. Maybe because I am. Are you also? Oh yeah, I also am. Are you also happy? Oh yes, yes. I am also happy that I am. A long time back, I used to love this kind of statement that somebody said that if a man has a library and a garden, then you need nothing else in this life. I used to love this kind of statement. I feel now we can change it to a little bit that if a human being has this clarity that I am, then you don't need anything in life, meaning anything else in life. Which does not mean that you will not have anything in life. Not needing anything in life and not having anything in life are two separate things, no? On the contrary, the less we need things in life, the more we have them in life, in a way. You know what I mean? So while living the bliss of our own existence, somehow this is where we feel so blessed somehow. Hey, my Lord is somehow showering His grace on me so much that even I'm having body, comfort and things and everything. How amazing is that, no? And this is where we have that sense of devotion or connectedness with the source in a way. In reality, like it's not that we have to learn. Somehow it arises from within the soul in so simple way. So it's so alive actually in a way, and so unknown in one sense. I just had this feeling to share. I don't know what it means to share this, but it is more beyond meaning, rather more feeling and living this, no, what we are living. Thank you everyone for joining this meeting. It was very joyful to meet all of you here today. Thank you.